starting all over in 2026 after losing a huge sum of money. Sometimes when you have financial challenge, what people see is the surface part of it. People see that maybe you are struggling, you are living in a certain place. They might even see maybe your lifestyle, the things you can afford, the things you can't afford. They can see even the people that you are owing. Let's say you are owing some person's money because you don't have, you went to borrow, and then these people are coming for you. Some persons might just see those people coming for you, and that is what they can see. But most times they don't get to see what is going on in the inside of you. How you are daily losing your mind because of the huge financial mistake you made. They don't see the many questions that seem not to have answers, that you are daily asking yourself. How will you restart again? Especially if you have no one to help you. If you are responsible for yourself and maybe you even have dependents. People don't get to see the many nights you cry thinking of how and where will you start from again. Sometimes this can be very discouraging, making financial mistake, especially huge financial mistake. It might be very discouraging because you don't know where to start from, and maybe because it took you so long to gather up the money that you eventually made mistake on. That can depress you. That can demoralize you. That can actually make you, to just lose your mind. For me, I made a huge financial mistake. Living in abroad, I should have just kept my money in the bank, or I should have just waited for the right time when I can personally do my own business with my own money. But I felt like I could trust someone because of all the good things I've heard about the person. I felt I could trust the person with my money to build my own business. Guys, I didn't know that was going to be a huge error, a huge mistake that got me depressed. Yes, because I was depressed for a very long time. I was sad. I was not just having it. This happened for a very long time until I realized that, maybe nothing good will come out from it. And the more I drag it, the more, I'm hurting myself, because the other person is just going about working freely like nothing happened. So I realized that, the best thing I can do for myself is to pick up myself and give myself another chance in life and the grace to do something again. So for the longest time, like I said, I was just busy brooding over the whole stuff. I was just angry with myself. I was just vexing with this person, But the more I'm vexing with this person, the person that's made a huge mistake with my money, converted it to his own personal stuff, guys, and still was never remorseful, but was giving me every reason, like although in an apologetic way, why it did not work. But clearly, I knew what happened. But I discovered that the more I tried to stand my ground that this is exactly what you did, the more I'm still wasting my own time. Like, time is going. I mean, I should focus in building instead of focus on dragging someone, dragging someone over something that maybe nothing will come out of it in the long run. So guys, for many years though, I tried my best to start all over, but it was hard. It was hard because starting all over, especially in the thing that I wanted to do, requires huge amounts of capital. If not huge amount, at least it requires a certain amount of capital. And so I did not know where to start from. I mean, it will take me some time to gather up some, reasonable amounts. But then one thing I told myself is it's better to start and start now. So early this year, I made up my mind to start all over. And I started by getting a job because that is the sure way of earning money, I started paying attention to my social media platform, like my YouTube channel, sharing some of my life experience, sharing some of the things that I see happen to others, sharing amazing stuff, that will help you to reclaim your life tomorrow. Because like our faces are different, people are going through a lot. Like a lot of persons, if they sit back to tell you their stories, you will just feel like you thought you had the worst, but when you hear another person's story, you will just know that maybe your own is almost nothing. I don't want to go into so much detail in, what happened to my finance, but on the surface level, it has to do with one, failed business, me trusting somebody else to do business for me. Although it was not my initial recommendation, some other person recommended the person to me, and then everything ended up in stories. Also, I don't want to talk about the property for now because that one is under, you know, legal care at this point in time. So I don't want to go into the properties. So let me just leave it at the business part of it. But then, huge amount was wasted. And this amount of money took me so many years of hard work, so many years of good work to gather to save those money. But then everything just went like that. I cried. No one understood me. Some persons even blamed me. Some persons even called me names. Like, some persons could not even understand what I was going through. But I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind, people. Whew. Anyway, fast forward to this year, I told myself it is time to start all over. Because I know God is able to restore my wasted years. Because I know God is able to restore everything that the locusts have taken. Because I know that my tomorrow is greater than my yesterday, because I know that God got me and God have so much beautiful things in stock for me. So I needed to give myself chance and grace. And also because I know the moment I keep holding on to the mistake of yesterday, the more I'm hurting myself. And it was telling even in my health. So I needed to let go. I needed to laugh over it. I needed to be strong for myself. I needed to be strong for my dependents. I needed to be strong to start all over. Was it easy or is it easy? It wasn't. It wasn't. I might not have gathered the kind of amount that I wasted, but every little thing, is a plus. Every little things that I just do or put in at this point, it goes a long way to building an edifice, to building a better tomorrow. I used to have a YouTube channel, but I decided to open this particular YouTube channel because it's like a healing channel, reclaiming your life, every day with Chichi. It is all about reclaiming your life. It's all about, giving yourself a chance, the grace to experience beautiful things again in life. For some person, they might be starting over even in their relationship. Maybe they found themselves in a toxic relationship, after they left a beautiful love behind and thought they were marrying into the best, only to marry into rubbish. But they choose to give themselves another chance again in life. As our faces are different, there are many things different about us, things that we would like to give ourselves another chance again. So I had to start all over. Not really because I wanted a fresh start, but because I had no other option but to start all over. Because life forced me to start all over. And today, I want to talk honestly about what it feels like wasting so much money because of wrong investments, working with the wrong set of people, losing the confidence in yourself, plus a lot of persons faulting you, blaming you, calling you names, and not wanting to understand your own side, how you feel. But they expect you to just forgive that person, let go, the mistake is being made. But nobody wants to even empathize with you. Nobody wants to hear your own story. Nobody wants to, give you the chance to say how exactly you feel. Because when you say how you feel and the other person understands you, healing starts from there. This isn't just a story about becoming rich overnight. No, no, no. I wish I just became rich overnight. But no, this is not a story about becoming rich. Guys, this is not a magical story. This is not like, oh, I magically started making money. I magically invested in things, a secret business strategy. Guys, no, 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 no. This is all about starting all over. even when you think you are not ready, even when you think you don't have any money, even when you think you don't have any money. Thank God for social media today. I mean, to start up a YouTube channel, you don't need money to start up your YouTube channel. Go to the street of YouTube, see what people are doing on YouTube. You don't need money to start a YouTube channel. As long as you have a phone, you can start up a YouTube channel even if you don't have a phone. Let's say you don't have a phone, you can borrow somebody's phone. I believe it will be free of charge. You can borrow that person's phone, type Gmail, create your Gmail account, create your YouTube account. All these things can be done in less than an hour. You can even use that person's phone to quickly make a video, even without editing it. Just post it like that on YouTube. People will watch. The movement that changed everything. I mean, if you do nothing, nothing will change. Or perhaps the things that will change might be the things you don't like. So, I decided to start a new life. I decided to let go of the old me. The me that was brooding over the things that were, that did not work out. I decided that, it is time to start all over and do things differently. At this point in time, I just told myself it is time to let go the old me. It is time to let go, the me that is full of excuses, the me that was angry, but it's time to embrace a new me. It might be tough, but it's better for me to start than to be there complaining. When you don't have money, somehow you might just lose your confidence. When you don't have money, you might just find yourself being ashamed, especially when you have seen money before and all of a sudden you just cannot afford the things you are used to getting before. So, I decided to start all over. So the first thing I did was accepting my now. That was before I started. Accepting the fact that, okay, I can't reclaim, the amount that was wasted. I can't undo the things a bad business did to me. But then I can rebuild. I mean, if I can have that opportunity or the mindset to try to do something before, with that same mindset, an even greater mindset at this point, I can still do that thing or even re-strategize and do something greater. Of course, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but then the beautiful part is it doesn't matter even if I'll be starting small. Guys, one of the biggest lessons I have learned is that rebuilding sometimes might not be, glamorous. We love stories about, okay, huge transformation, sudden transformation. But real recovery sometimes might be very, very slow. It might be slow, to try to recover something or to rebuild something. Imagine having amazing job for so many years, working so hard, saving millions of amounts. Millions, like huge amounts of money. And then I felt I had saved a lot of money. I felt, I can do business with it. And somehow that work stopped because I had to change my environment. So I did not consider going back to 9 to 5 at that point in time. I felt like, let me just go into business. It was my first time, actually. I should have known better. I should have known that maybe no one will do my business for me like I will do for myself. I should have known that I am the best person to handle my own business the way I would have loved it to be. But then I reached out to someone who reached out to another, and everything ended up in story. Money wasted, time wasted, more money from my side wasted because I had to call and call and call. I was frustrated. Anyway, making up my mind to start all over, I knew it was not going to be that easy because, the job that I have now is not the kind of job that gives me the kind of amount I was earning before. I'm earning, nothing compared to what I earned before. But one beautiful thing I have at this point is exposure, maturity, more information, and the determination to succeed. So guys, like I said, starting all over, sometimes it might just be starting small. But it is better than procrastinating and never starting at all. So I started working. That was the very first step that I took. So while I was going to regular 9 to 5, although it wasn't paying me that much, I decided to multitask by, working on my own, call it some extra kind of day-to-day job just to get more money. And then I was saving a lot at this point in time. And then something I realized is maybe because I changed my mindset, the healing started coming. I started feeling myself. I started feeling happy. I started encouraging other persons, like encouraging you not to stay there and feel sorry for yourself, but to pick up yourself no matter where life has thrown you. Pick up yourself and give yourself another opportunity. Even before I ventured into my now business, I made up my mind that I'm going to also enjoy my life. Like, it's not just going to be just work, business. No, I'm going to balance my life. Just imagine the huge amount I wasted before. Just imagine I did not invest it in that wrong business or in the wrong person. Just imagine I traveled the world with it. Do you know how many countries I would have visited? Do you know the places I would have stayed, like 5-star hotel, amazing places. So that actually made me to start seeing life differently. That actually made me to tell myself, you know what? as you are building or rebuilding, also be enjoying your life. Guys, that rejuvenates me. That brought back the glow in me. And that also helped me to start connecting with the right person, the right people. Sometimes your change in lifestyle might just be all you need. Imagine me going to places that I never went even when I gathered so much money. But with the little that I have now, I am balancing my life. I'm going to good places. And at the same time, I'm doing my own business, meeting people, connecting with people, meeting amazing people, connecting with people, networking with people. You see, this is where working smart comes in. This is where working smart comes in. Because what is the purpose of maybe having businesses everywhere if you cannot also enjoy your life with all the money that you are getting? So the beautiful part of this whole thing is I am working, I have businesses I'm running, I am connected with people at this point in time. I am not giving another person my money to do business for me. No. If I'm doing my own business, I am directly doing the business with somebody. The people that I know, I am present. If it requires me to travel to meet them, I will make out time to go. I mean, it is my business, right? Even when I decided to buy a property, I went by myself this time around to rebuy or to buy a property. I am present. I am experiencing things. And the more I am present, the more I am meeting people. Guys, human capital, I don't know how to put this. I think is the greatest asset. Networking with people, connecting with people is one of the greatest things, that can transform your life. Sometimes you might not even know it all. Sometimes you might not even know what's next to do. Some other person might just, maybe one connection you have might just open one door for you. I remember when I did container, early this year, I did some containers, 2 containers actually. In that container, what I initially wanted to buy, was like a car spare parts. I wanted to buy car spare parts and ship it to my home country where I can resell. But because of an amazing connection I had at that point in time, the person also suggested to me that why just only car spare parts? Why don't you put bicycles? I mean, I never thought about bicycle at that point in time. And the person was like, you can do this, you can do this. Even at that point in time, I didn't have the complete money, to buy the bicycle. But because the person encouraged me, so I had to talk to the manager, the place that I'm buying the parts from, and he gave me the number of bicycles that I needed. Guys, that was how I placed everything there, shipped them to my country. And after the sale, I was able to, even before the sale, I was able to pay back because at this point I had worked again, got some money, and I was able to pay back. So sometimes in life, what I've come to see is, you need to build the right connection. You need to have the positive mindset. You need to tell yourself, yes, the past must have hurt you badly. It must have taken a lot from you. It must have made you to lose your mind. But trusting God that there is tomorrow. There will always be tomorrow. You might not even know where to start from. It's okay. Nothing is wrong with you if at this point you don't know where to start from. That is because you are still healing. Because if you have fully healed, let's say you would have been very convinced that, okay, you are starting from this point. But sometimes you need to just be soft on yourself. You need to give yourself the grace. Don't be hard on yourself when you don't know ever where and how to start. Give yourself a little more time. Give yourself chance. Be kind to yourself. You don't know where to start from today. It's okay. It's normal. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just your brain is still in the recovering process. Your brain is not yet healed to tell you this is exactly where to start from. But the first thing you have to do is, to just tell yourself, even if you're not going to start big, just start small. Start from wherever you are. It is better you start small. It is better you start from where you are now, than to, it is better for you to start very small, even when you don't even know what the future holds, than for you not to even start or retry again. Because if you don't retry, that is the biggest pain. Because you'll be angry with yourself that you never gave yourself the chance to retry. Who knows? Whatever thing you think you did not get before, maybe if you retry again, you might even surpass those things. That's how God works. That's how life works. So, as long as you have life in you, as long as there is God, you just have to encourage yourself, be kind to yourself, and tell yourself it does not matter. Even if you are starting from nothing, it does not matter. Even if you have nothing again to call your own to start, but at least you still have yourself. At least you still have your sanity. At least you still have your phone. And with your phone, you can reach the whole world. With your phone, you can do so much with your phone. You don't even need a laptop. All you just need that, as, let's say you don't have anything. Let's say you don't even have your phone. You can borrow somebody's phone for less than an hour and do the things you want to do and return back the phone to the person. And tomorrow, when you look back, you will just realize that the little things we do in rebuilding, in restarting, becomes the edifice of tomorrow. You just be glad that you gave yourself the chance and the grace to start all over. Guys, this is just an emotional video to encourage anyone out there, who is struggling with life at this point in time. You don't even know where to start from. Things are not working out. Bad business idea. Someone played you. They took everything from you. You don't even know where to start from. But at least you have now, and you can just start with whatever you have at this point in time, so that by tomorrow, the beautiful thing is the lessons you have learned, the maturity that have set in, and you just know that at this second chance that God have given to you, you will not do the mistake of yesterday again. Like, it will not happen. You can never make back the mistake of yesterday because you have learned. Maybe the mistake of yesterday forced you to learn about how life works for the bigger things that God have in stock for you tomorrow. So guys, this is just a quick video to encourage someone out there. Pick up yourself and give yourself the chance and the grace to start all over. You mustn't start so big, even if it means you will start so small. The most important thing is you gave yourself the chance to retry one more time. I'll see you guys in the comment section, as well as see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.